So, first day. It starts out with your typical, you are in the train, Rover comes over and talks to you a little bit, asks personal questions like, so are you a chick or a dude, basically. Depending on what you answer, that's how you end up looking. I actually looked online, there's a whole friggin' agenda for how you're gonna look. So basically, depending on what you answer, you're gonna have different eyes. Not just the color, I mean like shape and everything. So if you want something specific, you might want to look that up. I personally did not know, I saw that later. But thankfully, I replied in all the right ways, quote unquote, because, well, my eyes ended up being what I would say is the best on that list when I saw it. So I'm happy anyway. The next cool thing is that basically you're naming your town as always, and what happens then is that Rover goes like, oh, is it on the map here? And then he shows you a little town, like different layouts, and you can scroll through them basically, and pretty much influence how your town looks quite a bit. And that's pretty cool. I really like that because I could kinda almost set it up a little bit how I wanted. I need to make a picture of my town sometime so I can show you guys. Unfortunately, you can't make screenshots of the bottom screen. That's too bad. But I'll figure something out. Basically, my setup is that all the houses that were there from the get-go are in basically close vicinity all around the town hall. And there was just this one piece of, well, land separated by the river. That wasn't too bad. So I felt like, yeah, I should go with that. Again, I'm gonna try to make a picture at some point if I can, so you guys can see that. It was pretty cool. Now, I guess spoilers, but since it's at the very beginning, I guess it's not too bad. However, if you have not played the game and if you don't want to know anything, just skip the next little bit here. Basically, you arrive at the station, and I actually had some really interesting characters. I had Puddles, Bertha, Gwen, and actually Kid Cat, who apparently is a rare or very popular person. So, that's pretty cool, I thought. And basically, they greet you, and they think you're the mayor, and no matter what you say, and how much you say no, they think you're joking, and, well, here you go, you just arrived in this new town, and you're the mayor, the end. That was pretty cool. So yeah. Next thing you can do is, since you're the mayor, and you need a place to live, this is different from other Animal Crossings, but again, keep in mind I didn't play the Wii or the DS version really. Basically, you can go anywhere in your town and decide where your house is gonna stand, which I found really, really cool. As opposed to, just taking those weird predefined houses like in the GameCube version. And in the beginning, it's just gonna be a tent. And you get a little lamp from Isabelle, who's your personal assistant, basically. And yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's like, okay, I'm in this little tent, and I have this lamp, and that's it. Not to mention, your clothes look kind of eh. I personally didn't like my clothes so much. But, it doesn't matter, you can buy new stuff later. So basically, that's what I ended up doing. I went to buy some stuff. There was a little bit of furniture. There's this recycle shop now, where you basically can put stuff and you decide a price. And there were a few things that you could buy. I bought a closet, I guess, and a bed, because why not? I mean, it's obviously not my first choice. It's not that I found them to be super, super awesome and pretty or whatever the hell, but you need to start out with something, so. Basically, your house was supposed to be built the next day. You know how Nuke works and all this stuff. Like, anything you do is always gonna be done the next day. So I kind of went to the city a little bit, which is across the train tracks. And you have like a little mall almost. You have a post office, you have the Nuke home, oh god, I don't know what it's called anymore. Basically, where you can get parts for your house exterior and any house upgrades. And the academy that rates your house is there too, by the way. That's pretty cool. so you don't just get letters every day anymore. You just go there and ask directly. I really like that, actually. There's also the museum, of course, which is open 24/7 apparently. It's pretty cool. And thank God they made bladders talk way last year. You can go through everything so fast now. It's so freaking good. I'm glad about that. And you know, no offense against bladders or anything, but it was just obnoxious. You also have a shop with accessories and clothes from the Able sisters. Pretty cool, I actually like that. And I pretty much went to deck myself with a new skirt, and I actually made a little shirt for myself, so because I really did not like my start out shirt at all. So yeah, later on I got a palm tree lamp. I don't even know from who anymore. I completely forgot, but at least my house started, well, my tent rather, started to look a little better, which, you know, that's cool. I think your first depth is 10,000 bells, so I had that paid off pretty quickly. So you can actually get your house. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, there's not much to say about the post office specifically. You obviously go there to pay your debt off, except this time you pay it to an ATM machine and not to Pelly directly. The only thing that Pelly does is you can send your mail, you can save mail, and you can check for gifts online. Like if there's a specific Nintendo gift, whatever. You can also store bells at the ATM machine, like you have a little bank account almost. It's pretty cool. I also found Katrina's tent, and as opposed to the GameCube version where she made like no sense with her predictions, I feel like it's a little better, but I don't exactly remember everything from my prediction anymore. I just thought it was cool to see this whole planetary planetary disc thing. It was really cool, so I had to take a screenshot. It was awesome. It costs, I think, 500 bells this time, as opposed to, I think it was 50 in GameCube version. I think. Don't hold me to it though. So yeah, lastly, I wanted to show you what I caught the first day. I didn't get a net yet. I just got a fishing rod and a shovel. Because there's that little store with the little Nuke brothers, Timmy and Tommy, I think, where you can get a few more items too, and just tools or what is it called? Letter paper, gift paper, fortune cookies that you basically buy with those in-game or with those play coins that you get from, you know, walking around with your DS on. 100 steps gives you 1 play coin, and those fortune cookies cost 2. Basically, those fortune cookies let you get Super Mario related items. I once got a gold post, so there you go. You don't always win though, so. And there's just 1 each day. You can buy 1 each day, otherwise it's sold out. The gift paper and the letter paper is basically there all the time, every time, pretty much. So yeah. So I got a Kilifish, which record size 1.20 inches. Then I caught a Tadpole, 1.5 inches record size. It's probably already different by now, but that was what I had from the get-go. I caught a frog with 4.8 inches. A zebra turkeyfish, which I actually liked a lot. I think I've seen these for real, actually, on a photo at least. And they're pretty cool. I actually saved one to put in my room at one point, so. And I also got a sea bass, which is gonna end up being the fish I'm gonna hate most, because you catch it so often and it's just like, give me something else already. But yeah, so much for the first day, pretty much. Now, on the second day, basically, I had my house now, because, you know, finished everything. I paid off my debt, my first debt, And Isabel came by and gave me a wallpaper, a paw print wallpaper, which I still have because, man, it's pretty hard to get any stuff, pretty much. Or so I feel, at least anything that looks decent. Because I'm kind of picky, I guess. But yeah, she gave you a paw print wall, which was yellow. So basically, this is how my house looked. I also went to buy another dress because, you know, it was kind of cool, and I felt like putting stuff in there a little bit. The floor is self-made, unfortunately, because, yeah, it's like I said, the recycling store is not getting a lot of new items. It's mostly gonna be you putting stuff there, so oh well. Then later on, you get to do mayor duties, like you can change the town tune, you can change your flag, and a lot of other stuff. I changed my flag to this weird rose that you had by default. I'm assuming that guys have a different default pattern. I could be wrong, I don't know. But I had a rose and I'm like, yeah, sure, let's change it. It looks better than those trees, I guess. So my town is called Meow Mew, by the way. I would have liked to call it Meow Meow, but there was no space, so it ended up being Meow Mew. Yeah. Then every day there's one rock, obviously, where you can get, I think, 8,100 bells. I could be wrong, could be more, but that's the max I've gotten out of it so far. So that's kind of like in all the other versions, I think. And then also, whenever you smash one specific rock each day, you find gems, like a sapphire in my case here, which you can sell. They're usually 2,000 bells, except for the gold one. I think that's 3,000 or something. And you can use them later on to spruce up some of your furniture. Not everything, just specific pieces. But for now, I just sell them because I don't even want any of the furniture you can make, so. Then, obviously, you can give your fossils to the museum this time directly. You don't have to send them in. That's pretty cool. I really loved that. So I went, and one of my first things was a Diplotail. I'm actually not gonna show all the fossils I'm gonna get because it's just, I mean, sometimes I gave in a bunch of fossils at once, which means we're never gonna see the names. I'm just at some point gonna show off my my museum. Either that, or maybe if you want to come have a look and see what I got or don't have by yourself. Either one. That day, I actually caught a lot of stuff. I caught a Crucian Carp, an evening Cicada, which they're like everywhere. It's just that sometimes it's different kinds, so you can see a lot of those. Yeah, because I got a net that day, actually, finally. There were all those bugs that I couldn't catch. It was evil. I got a koi. It was pretty cool. I like kois, and obviously it had to be here. I got a carp, which again, another one of those all year round fishes. A black bass, which I don't know why it's called a black bass if it's green, but maybe that's just me. I got a Sweetfish. I remember these from the GameCube version still. An eel, which I'm not sure, don't hold me to it, but I think the shadow actually looks like an eel, but again, don't hold me to it. I might be thinking of another eel. A Barbel Steed. A Pondskater. These can be kind of hard to catch, or some of the bugs that skate around on the water in general, because sometimes they dive and then you can't catch it. And a lot of times it looks like a crab or something, and you think you would be able to use your fishing rod, but you can't. You're actually supposed to use your bug net. You have to catch them when they're on the surface, obviously. It took me a while to figure that out, because it just looked like a crab to me. There's a Cicada Shell. You don't have to actually worry about them flying away, because they're just gonna be stuck to the tree. So, but yeah, they're not even really worth a lot, so. Freshwater Goby, which looks ridiculously funny, and I like it. An angelfish. I actually have seen these in real. We used to have some of these. Those are really, really cool. The crawfish, obviously. It's like always. The fruit beetle, which it's really nice to look at actually. But that's just me maybe. The stag, my god, that thing was huge, and when I took the screenshot, it freaked me out a little bit because of how huge it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the second day. I caught a lot that day, as I said, so. Third day. Well, my house is starting to finally look like something a little bit. Because I bought a little, I bought a door and I bought a mermaid roof and whatever. So it looks kind of nicer at this point. Then we had a new villager moving in, Serrano. And obviously I went there immediately to say hi, but his stuff was still boxed, so oh well. Then I went to buy some stuff. I actually found a really cute hairpin. Oh man, that was so awesome. I was happy because it really spices things up. It's really cool. I spent a lot of money at the Able Sister shop in general, I guess. Then, for the first time, I actually went to Lyle to have him rate my house. And I had to take a screenshot of this because it's like, we got harmonious, rustic, antique, trendy, fairy tale, sci-fi, quirky, and toy shop. Yep, 8 different styles. And I'm like, holy crap, I never knew. That was cool. I didn't get a lot of points, obviously. But, oh well. I don't know, I'm not really a point hunter. I'd rather have something that looks nice as opposed to something that fits together if, you know, if I had the choice. Then my daily catches, the giant cicada, which looks like one of those giant flies, I don't know. The jewel beetle, which I think I've seen those in real life, I don't know. The tiger butterfly, those are really cool, but they're not very rare actually, you can get them pretty easily, so. The honeybee, which you think you can catch them from those beehives that you get sometimes when you shake the trees, but no, they just fly around. Okay. There's a clownfish, which I uploaded a Twitter picture some days ago, where I was like, Slim and I found Nemo. You should check that out if you haven't seen it, it's so cool. There's a squid, obviously. It doesn't look like a squid, it just looks like a fish. Like the shadow, I mean. So a lot of times you're probably gonna mistake it for something. And I actually found this painting. I think it's called Calm Painting or something. I'm not even sure anymore how I got this exactly, but I don't know. I just had it. So that's my first painting. Well, and then there's the final and last day, at least for this week, because it's already Sunday. And I got the game like 4 days ago, as I said, so makes sense, right? There's a new day going on here, and I took a picture of this nice view from the cliff close to the beach, just because it looked nice. I don't know, I felt like it. So, I had the first time where I was going to visit somebody. That was actually so cool. It's so awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Apparently that was in the DS version already. You can basically talk to people, and sometimes they're gonna say, hey, you should visit me, I'm free after so-and-so time. Or, hey, I should visit you, I'm free after so-and-so time. And you give them a time, with a clock wheel, whatever. And then you go by their house, or they come by your house and whatever, and then you just talk a little to them and then you leave, and a lot of times you end up getting a gift via mail. So that's so cool. That was my first visit. I went to visit Cat. That was awesome. And then I had my first visit, or my first visitor, NPC visitor I have to say. Puddles came over and wanted to check my house for inspiration, I think. And she was all like, I'm so glad to be here, kitty. Seriously, splish. She's kind of cool. At first, I have to say that I wasn't so. I didn't really feel most of those characters, quote unquote. I didn't really have a lot of interest in befriending them because I felt like, look, it's a frog, look, it's a friggin' penguin, look, it's a hippo, look, it's, you know. But I warmed up to them really much, especially Isabelle. She's awesome. Too bad you can't give her any gifts. I hate that. She doesn't even have a house. I think she just lives at the mayor's house there. The city hall. In any case, yeah, it was really cool to have your first visitor. You can just talk to them sometimes, and then after about a minute or so, they leave. So, it's pretty cool. I liked it. It was awesome. My catch, Flea. This is so cool, actually. People just have fleas jumping all over them, and you're seeing it. At first, I was like, is that person having a flea all over them? What the hell did they do? Until Slim told me, hey, you can catch that. And I'm like, really? I didn't even think of that. I just saw they had fleas or whatever. And then in the dialogue, they always go all like itch and stuff. So you need to catch it with the bug net. Probably from behind or something. Because otherwise you're going to keep talking to them over and over. And that's kind of sucky. And then they're going to be all like, oh my god, I swear, I took a bath. I'm not dirty. But that's not how you get fleas anyway, so... the brown cicada, my god. There's just... I don't know how many friggin' versions of this thing there are. I have no idea. The lanternfly, this thing is creepy as all hell. I don't like moths or anything that looks like it. And the Darner dragonfly. That was my catch pretty much for that day. I didn't specifically go and catch a whole lot in general the first few days, except for the second day, because you need a little bit of money, right? But yeah, that was pretty much it for the past few days, and it's been a lot of fun. I usually just, in case you were wondering how the hell I got up to Sunday already and everything, I usually just do whatever I need to do every day, and then I skip or change the clock like to the next day, because there's just no point to keep on playing if you're done. And there wouldn't, just as much would not be any point in showing you all the boring stuff in between, like me grinding for money or whatever the hell. In that case, there's gonna be more screenshots for, you know, the next videos, definitely, because I always take screens, like for example when people come visit, or just for silly stuff in between. Sometimes I even tweet, so if you would like to see more stuff that is not on the videos usually, you should probably go follow me on Twitter and look at that stuff. Just, I don't know, I don't post too much. I don't want to like flood people, especially not the ones who don't have Animal Crossing or who are not interested, so, but it's pretty cool. And other than that, please drop by my shop on strawberry-milkshake.com, because I have some Animal Crossing related self-made stuff. If you want to buy some, the money goes right to charity, or straight to charity, doesn't matter, whatever. And if you're not into Animal Crossing, or if you want to have other stuff, I have other stuff on my shop too. It would be really awesome, because I really would like to, you know, support those charities if I can, and I'm pretty much doing that by selling stuff. So yeah. Other than that, please feel free to leave your friend codes, not in the comments, because that's kind of privacy violation. Just send me a PM, and then I'll send you mine, and then maybe sometime we can meet up and exchange, I don't know, fruits, or if you need any clothes or whatever. And please go check the thread on my forum, and or make your own wish list if you want, if you need any other stuff. And yeah, leave advices in the comments below. Maybe we can even make a little guide together if we collected enough tips and whatnot. I know there are guides out there already, but I don't really want to like look it up. I'd rather just have people tell me, you know, from my friends and subscribers, so that's cooler. But yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed this little diary. There was a lot of stuff that I had to explain, so the next time it will probably be a bit more loose. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to yeah, send me your friend code, leave your comments and thoughts about this little series I'm making. It's the first time I'm making a diary. And yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye, yo.